Well, good evening. You join me at 5:45. I've been down here for a couple of hours, putting rods out and going and fishing. Gotta be honest, I wasn't planning on coming down here today. I was at another lake, blanking my hat off. I wasn't on fish. I was pretty fed up and I wasn't able to move at all. This Carp syndicate was doing and throwing fish up, but it's been pretty busy. Most of the best swims are taken by anglers, so I was there sulking, not enjoying myself, and it wasn't until I spoke to one of the members on here, who's next door named Jamie, that he told me the guys in this swim are packing up. So literally I threw everything on the barra, threw it in the car, got round here at supersonic speeds and continued to get these rods out and get them fishing for the evening and tonight and best part of tomorrow morning, and chase some chunks down here. Some nice fish have been coming out. Island swim opposite. I had that chunk a week ago, which I uploaded the video off the top. There's a couple of fish come out on that prevailing wind down to my right hand side, and again the guys that was in here, they had a couple of fish early on in the morning, so confidence is high. They're on the feed, and with that I'll give them a little bit of bait as well. The two rods on the left and the middle, they've gone out at 120 yards range, and I've probably put between them about 15 spods over the top of crumbed boilie and also some 14mm whole boilies. There's a little bit of substance out there if the silvers and the smaller fish decide to get on that crumb. Right hand rod, solid bag, down the margin, down the right hand side. Not put any bait around that at all, and I'm not planning to, because the coots will annihilate that spot if I do. And thankfully they've left me alone for the best part of the time that I've been down here. But I know very well if I start to catapult any type of bait or boilie down there, they'll definitely be on it straight away and they will definitely pick me up. There's probably about 60 coots down to my right hand side, so even with the small white wafter inside that solid bag, there's still a good chance that them coots will pick me up at some time while I'm here. We've got Andy, who's down on the M6 bank. 3 or 4 anglers opposite, 4 anglers to the right, and just me and Jamie on this bank. So enjoy the next 24 hours. I'll try and make it as enjoyable as possible, but we need that fish, don't we? And I don't think we're going to get it this evening. We'll definitely get it either tonight or first thing in the morning. If we get it tonight, you can wish me luck coming down these boards during the night, because it is a pretty hairy thing, and you definitely look like Captain Jack Sparrow running down these boards at any time of the day, and even more so during the night. Now, this being a sailing lake, I can just see in the corner of my eye a couple of boarders, wake boarders coming through. and you'll probably see them in a minute. Thankfully they're out way of the boards and my line, so thankfully they're not going to cause any issue. So enjoy the next 24 hours, guys. See you soon. So let's have a look at something a little bit different. I've not really covered this too much in the past, but I want to have a look at bait application. Now, when I'm down here on the Carp Syndicate, there's two presentations that I really go for. One is a Ronnie rig. I've had so many fish on a pop-up, and the other is basically a boilie on the deck around some scattered boilies, or obviously it used to be particle, but now obviously pellets or boilie. On the bottom bait rigs I use my hardened hookers. We haven't got crays on here or really any sort of nuisance fish, but I always seem to go with these because they hold glug really well, and they keep pumping glug off as well. They don't seem to soak in the glug, it seems to keep it on the outside, and if you keep on reapplying glug, you get a nice crisp layer on them hardened hookers. So I've put two of them on the rig and on the hair. It's quite a big bait, but you know, say big baits, big carp. So I've caught plenty of fish on these. In fact, the last video that I did down at Nampant Fishery, I was basically doing the same sort of thing, just slamming two of these on the deck with a blowback rig, little PVA bag on there, just to master the hook as it goes down. PVA flying saucer, which I'll pick up a little bit later, or I might try and overlay a past video that I've done of that. And yeah, basically what that does is I fold my PVA flat. When it goes down sideways, and when it melts, every single time it will hide that hook from view, keeping either your bottom bait in view or your wafter as well. As in regards for free bait and what I've been putting out, now obviously I've been on this syndicate now for about 4 years. ASM is by far my most successful bait on here. I've had most of my fish on ASM, and I continue to keep having fish as well. Now obviously particles are banned on here. It's boilie only or pellet approach, which is fine by me because obviously I've got loads of bait and I can fettle around with it and change things up, glug it, or what I like to do, which I'm going to show you today, is salt these baits up. If you take out the outer shell and go inside, you'll see that is as fresh as the day that it come out of the factory. And just by putting a little bit of salt on there, it allows you to keep these out of the freezer, and I'll basically keep these in the back of my car, and they're always ready to go, and the fish absolutely adore them. Obviously when that salt breaks down, it leaves a nice salty patch on the lake bed. Carp love salt and definitely attracted to the little bit of extra salt on the bottom with them boilies over the top. And yeah, I had Rubik's like that about 3 or 4 years ago. I've had most of my originals on there. Hopefully I'll top up them originals today, and we'll have a couple of chunks for this video blog. Well, 9:30, and as you can see the sun is just starting to go down on the opposite bank over them trees. And as we go into the night, been a few fish out. 36-pound mirror has come out on the man bank over there, and he's also backed it up with a 27-pound fish and a 29-pound mirror as well. So he's having a little bit of a session over there, and knowing that these big girls usually hang around together, there may be a few more on the cards for him. But for me, I'm feeling confident. You know, I'm feeling confident that the rods out there are fishing. I've seen fish out there, seen a few fish roll, so hopefully, you know, in the next 12 hours into tomorrow morning, hopefully we'll get something. So tonight's entertainment is the big fight with Joshua and Usyk, so I'm going to chill out and enjoy that for the night ahead. So for me and down at the Carp Syndicate, see you later guys, good night. Good morning, 6:30 in the morning. We're up out and chasing, and at the moment we are blanking. The guy that had a ruck of fish yesterday over on the man bank over there, he's just had another one. Not seen too many fish this morning out in front of me, and when I have seen them, they've been right on that island, right at the back of it, unfortunately. But we're well into bite time, and anything going up till around about 11 o'clock is the golden time down there. Beautiful morning, feeling good, and hopefully we'll get into one. It's okay overthinking it and thinking, you know, whether you've got it right, whether your rigs are presented, but you've just got to sit on your hands and hope that they are. There's two rods out there where I think they're going to go. Not too keen on this one down to the right. Don't know why. I'm just not feeling it. But there's two out on the baited area. It's 120 yards. I think that's where they're going to be. That's where I've been seeing them out at distance anyway. Not seeing anything down this right hand side. And in all honesty, if I could change it from yesterday, I'd have put that out at range as well. But that's life, and you got to make that decision at the time, and that decision was to put it down there away from the other two rods. Nobody else has had anything. Did see a light on over there at the right hand side of the island last night, but until the catch reports come in this morning, I'm not too sure what's been caught or what that guy's had. The only reason I know that is because I've seen him playing a fish this morning. Right, onwards with the morning. See you later. Absolutely nailed. Double hardened hooker, ASM again. And they're not the biggest comment in here. Certainly very, very nice fish indeed. Another minter. Beautiful fish. Again, there's probably fish in common double the size of that in here, but it's always welcome from a short trip out. Right, let's just spin it round, see what it weighs, and send her on her way. Now I'm not going to put that rod back out. I've still got a rod next to it, so there's a good possibility that that one might pick up a fish. I don't want to ruin it by putting a rod out and disturbing the spot. Come on, you're going to play nice. I'm say about 19 this one. I'm going to confirm it in a minute. Maybe a little less. Right, let's put it back. With fish like that going around in here, and there is numerous fish like that in here, then you can just see this place going from strength to strength. Not that it's already isn't strong, but yeah, the growth rates of these fish in here are phenomenal. Well guys, at the start of this video blog, and it is a very short video blog because I am doing short sessions at the moment, I did say that I'm going to show you how I go about changing from different presentations, as in regards to if I'm using a helicopter system, if I'm using a solid bag, if I'm using a chod, then the way I do it makes everything easier, and easier is more effective, and if you're more effective, the more fish you're going to catch on your session. So hopefully you can see that. I've basically got a loop to loop, and just behind that loop to loop I've got an ESP tungsten small bead. The reason why I use a small bead is because when you've got your leader on, you tend to find, because you've doubled it over, that that line literally floats up a little bit and gives a little bit of a bad presentation behind your leader. So I'm going to change from two different styles at the moment. Solid bag. All my leaders are finished with a loop, and so should yours be. You don't want to be putting a swivel on there, because obviously fish care and anything behind the back of your hook is always going to be a issue for the carp to get rid of your lead and your leader. So get the loop, put it through, bang. Now I'm fishing one water which is basically dominated by solid bags, so I could just turn up, loop to loop these on and carry on with the session and get these rods out super quick. So if I want to change from this and go over to that, basically just pull that back, put that through, off it comes, helicopter system back on, tell you what, my eyes are getting worse and worse by every year that goes by. Again, through there, bang, and again, because I've got that tungsten bead at the back, it makes everything a little bit more pinned to the lake bed once you cast it out. So that is how I interchange my setups for different waters or different presentation in session. Right, on with the fishing. One up, blank saver, fish back Tosh. Well, the sailing boats are set to sail, and that is my indication to wrap this video blog up. Lovely to have that £22 common this morning, and lovely just to spend the time with the sunrise this morning. Even without the fish, it's always a pleasure to be down here and fish down on the Carp Syndicate. Been asked about membership and how you go about joining it. All the links will be in the description below, guys. Just email Dave over at DB Fisheries. Again, the links will be down below, and that will give you the information on how you go about joining this superb premier syndicate water down here in the Midlands. In my opinion, it is the best, and I've been on a lot of syndicate waters, but nothing quite like this one in my opinion, because once them rods go, there could literally be anything on the end, and that's the excitement, and that's what keeps drawing me back to this water. And keep your eye on with your casting. You definitely improve your casting if you come on here, because obviously, you know, you're casting out at range. You haven't got to. I mean, you can catch fish short range just down the edges, and a lot of fish do get caught, but you know, if you want to prime and develop your casting skills, come on here, because you'll learn yourself and you'll definitely improve your game that way. So thank you for watching, guys. I'm going to get these rods in, get back off home and have my Sunday dinner. So it's a bish bash bosh, keep it tosh, wet nets, tight lines. Oh, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Bye bye, guys. Ta-ra.